Hi guys, welcome to my channel Maths and Etc. Funda.
Hello students, today we will study sets. Today we will study definition and examples of set, methods of writing sets, types of set, operations of sets, real life examples, approach towards problems, and finally activity. Well, now we will study the definition of sets. So what is set? Set is a well-defined collection of numbers or objects. The numbers or objects in a set are called the elements or members of set. If an element E belongs to set A, that is represented as E belongs to A. If E does not belong to A, we write it like this. This is the symbol not belong to and this is the symbol for belongs to. Now let me give you some examples of sets for your better understanding. Set using capital letters, okay? And the elements of set, we write elements of set using small letters of English alphabet, okay? So here some examples are given. N, capital N represents set of natural numbers. We know set of natural numbers is like 1, 2, 3, and it is represented within curly braces. Okay. Next one, set of whole numbers. So it is represented by capital W and it is like this 0, 1, 2, 3 and it is a set of, so W is a set of whole numbers. Next, I, capital I represents set of integers. We know integers is from minus infinity to plus infinity. So it is like this. So it is ... minus 3 to 1, then 0, then plus 1, 2, 3 like this and it is a set of integers. Here Z plus, here plus represents set of positive numbers. Okay, this plus is also represent positive numbers and this R plus is also represent positive numbers. So we also segregate like this. Z is a set of positive integers. We know integers is like this and this represents integer may be positive or negative. So this is Z is a set of positive integers and Q plus is a set of positive rational number. Okay, and R plus represents set of real numbers. We already learned that numbers or objects in a set are called elements or members of a set. Suppose E is a member of this set. So we will write like this, E is a member of set like this. So if we say E belongs to A, we will write like this, E belongs to A. Okay, E is a member of this set. So we will write like this, E, this sign is called epsilon sign. So it represents belongs to. So E is an element, it belongs to set A. If E does not belong to set A, so we will write like this, E not belongs to A. Suppose F does not belong to this set. So we will write here F not belongs to set A. E belongs to set A, but if no F element is here, so F does not belong to A. Okay, student? Now we will learn different methods of writing sets. There are 3 methods: listing method or roster method or tabular method, rule method or set builder method, and Venn diagram method. Now let me give you an example to show various methods. See, this example we have to write in various methods. Set of odd numbers between 1 to 10. So in listing, roster or tabular method, how do I write? Set of odd numbers between 1 to 10. In this method, we use curly braces first. Then first odd number between 1 to 10 will be first number will be 3, then 5, then 7, and then 9. Okay, here keep it in mind that order of number is not important. We have to write all the numbers anyway. See here, I wrote here already 9, 5, 7, 3. All the numbers are present here. So both are same. Suppose this set is A, you will be right like this. Both are correct. Okay? We have to write all the numbers like this. Next, rule set builder method. In this method, we do not use any numbers like this. We will write it in general way using a variable. Suppose we know x is a variable. Here, x is a variable, and this colon, we use colon or a vertical line. What is x? X belongs to O. This sign I already told you that this sign is for belongs to. So what is x? X such that this sign is for such that. This colon or vertical line, this sign is for such that. X such that x belongs to O. What is O? O is the set of odd numbers. Then comma, then put x greater than 1, less than 10. So we will write here in general way. We will not write any tabular form. This is for roster, tabular or listing method, and this for rule set builder method. This is the second method. And the third one is Venn diagram method. This Venn diagram method was introduced by English logician John Venn. Here we represent data using pictures. We can use pictures like any closed picture we can use. This is a circular form, this is a rectangular form, this is triangle. We can use any picture, and we use numbers using dots. We will represent elements using dots. Suppose we have to, what is our problem? Our problem is set of odd numbers between 1 to 10. So we will choose any closed figure. That is, I choose here this circular figure, and first number is 3, next 5, next 7, and next 9. So this figure, this set is A set, and elements are 3, 5, 7, 9. Clear everyone?
Let's solve some problems on writing of sets. Now we have a look at the questions.
Now student, let's solve some problems. Here some elements are given for set A: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and 14. So student, we observe that these are all are even numbers. Okay, so in set builder method, what to do? We have to choose a variable. Suppose this variable is x, and what is x? X such, we have to express this in general way. Express this element in general way. So x such that x is a set of even number between 1 to 15. So we observe from this data, this is a finite set. So x is a set of even numbers between 1 to 15. So this is the form of set builder method. Now, come to the second question. Here, set B is given in set builder format. We have to write it in tabular format or list method or roster method. So in this method, we have to put data here. So what to write? X such that X is a perfect square number between 1 to 20. So first square number, what will be the first square number? 1 square. So 1 square means 1. Next, second number will be 2 square. So what is 2 square? That will be 4. Next, what will be the 3 square? 3 square will be 9. Next, perfect square is 4 square, that is 16. Next, 5 square is 25, but it is not in between 1 to 20. So we cannot take the 20. So it is also a finite set. 1, 4, 9, 6. 4 elements are here. So B, set B in tabular form will be like this. 1, 4, 9, 6 will be the elements of set B. Now come to set C. Here set C is given. First observe this. These are the A, E, I, O, U. What is this? These are the vowels of English alphabet. So what do we write? How do we write? X is a variable. X such that X is a set of vowels of English alphabet. English alphabets. Now, question number 4. In question number 4, Y is a variable here. Y such that Y is the color of rainbow. So we all know the color of rainbow are visual, that is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So we have to write the data here. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and R. You have to write the full form, that is violet, indigo. I write it in shortcut form. Now question number 5. P is a set in which X is an element, X is an integer and X is in between -3 to +3. So what will be the data here? What will be the elements here? X is an integer and it is in between -3 to +3. So first will be -2. So in number line it will be like this: 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. But it is greater than -3. So greater than -3 integer is -2. Next is -1. Next is 0. Next is 1, 2, but not 3. But it is less than 3. So 3 will not come in here. So how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So P will be like this. P set will be like this in list method. Now question number 6. Here some elements are given like this: 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, but it is not a finite set and so on. So it is not a finite set. So this is, so how do you write here? Suppose I take the variable here y such that, so observe, this is 1 cube. This is 2 cube. This is 3 cube. This is 4 cube. This is 5 cube, and so on. So y such that is y is perfect cube. Cube of natural numbers. So y is perfect cube of natural number. So student understood? We will discuss more example after this.
Now we will study the definition of number of elements of a set. So what is the definition? Let's read the slide. The number of distinct elements contained in a finite set A is called elements of set, which is denoted by NA. Now take an example.
The number of distinct elements contained in a finite set A is denoted by NA. So here we have to remember two things: distinct elements and finite set. Set will be finite. If the set is infinite, we will not calculate the number of elements because set is infinite. If the set is finite, then we will be able to calculate the number of elements of a set. Suppose this is a set, it is a finite set because its number of elements are limited. Here set contains the elements like this: 5, 2, 7, 1. So here number of elements is 4. So the number of elements, that is NA, will be 4 here. This is also called the cardinality of a set. Now consider another example. B equal to umbrella. The elements are U, M, B, R, E, L, L, A. Here L is of 2 times. So we consider this L as 1. So here number of elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this will be 6, and this is 7. So number of elements is 7. Now we will discuss types of sets. There are many types of sets, of which I will discuss 12 most important sets. Now let's discuss the sets. Singleton set, empty, null or void set, finite set, infinite set, subsets, supersets, proper subsets, power sets, equal sets, equivalent set, universal sets, complement of a set. Now let's discuss one by one. Now I am telling about the singleton set. What is this? Singleton means the set contains only one element. Okay, and that set is called singleton set. Suppose I am giving you one example. A is a set of even prime number. A is a set of even prime number. So what is even number? Even number is always divisible by 2. Okay, and prime will be such number that will be divisible by 1 and that the same number. So here our answer will be what? A will be only 2. No more elements are there. So this set contains only one element. So this is the example of singleton set. Now I am coming to null, void or empty set. What is null, void or empty set? The set contains no element is called null set or void set or empty set. Suppose I am giving you one example. A is a set of numbers, set of integer number between 1 and 2. So how many numbers will come? How many numbers will come? Is there any number between 1 and 2? Is there any number between 1 and 2? Any integer number between 1 and 2? No number is there. So there will be no element. So this set is indicated by this sign. This is called empty set, void set or null set. It is also denoted by phi. Okay, this is called phi. Now I am coming to describe finite set. So what is finite set? The set contains finite number of elements. Means the number will be countable. Number will be finite. Finite means countable. That set is called finite number. So if I give you an example, set of even numbers between 1 to 15. So what will be our answer? Suppose the set is this. So first number will be 2, second 4, third 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So no more numbers are there. So numbers are countable. How many numbers are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 numbers is there. So 7 is a finite number. So it is a finite set. Finite set means it contains only countable number of elements. Now next I am explaining about the infinite set. What is infinite set? The set contains uncountable number. Infinite number in the set is called infinite set. Suppose this is a set containing infinite number. Suppose set of natural numbers. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, so on up to infinite. This sign is infinite. So this is an infinite number. This is an example of infinite set. Set contains infinite number of elements is called infinite set. Okay? Next, now I am discussing subset. What is subset? Suppose two sets are there, A and B. Suppose he has elements 1, 2, 3 and B has elements like 1, 2, 3. So every element of A presents in the every element of B. So then A is a subset of B. We represent subset like this. Okay? This is called subset. This is also same set. Both are equal. So this is, we can say this both are equal set or subset. We represent here subset like this. Superset. Suppose two sets are there. 1, 2, 3 and this is another set. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is A, this is B. Here every element of A present in B, but B is a bigger set. So B is the superior than A set. So B is the superset of A. So we will write like this: B is the superset of A. Okay, this is called superset, this is called subset. And next is proper subset. Suppose two sets are here. This is 1, 2, 3. This is set is here. This is another set. This is B. 1, 2, 3, 6, 100. 1, 2, 3. So here all the elements present in B, but at least one element is different from the set A. So A set is the proper subset. It is denoted by this. Here the difference is both are same. So we can say this, say like this: A is the subset of B. But here at least one element will be different from A. So A is the subset, proper subset of B. A is proper subset of B. Now next. Now I am discussing about the power set. What is power set? The set of all sets containing a set is called the power set. Set of all subset. What is this? Suppose A is a set, it is like this: A, B, C. So we have to make subsets of these sets. So what are the subset? First one is A, second one is B, third one is C, fourth one is AB, fifth one is BC, sixth one is CA, and Phi. Phi is the subset of every set, because since it has no elements, so it is a subset of all sets. So how many sets it has? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many subsets are here? 7 subsets are here. So what is the power? Power is denoted by PA equal to 7. Next, equal set. Suppose two sets are there. If two sets containing the same sets, same number, same elements. Suppose this is set A, it contains elements X, Y. Suppose this is set B, it contains element YS. Both are same set, right? X, Y, YX. Both are containing the same elements. So that is why set A and B is called equal set. Now I am coming to equivalent set. What is equivalent set? If the two sets, suppose this is set A, it contains elements A, B, C, D. So what is the number of elements here? 4. Suppose this is set B containing elements O, P, Q, R. So what is the number of elements here? Number of elements here is also B. So both are called equivalent set. Both the set has same number of elements. That's why it is called equivalent set. In a particular discussion, all sets are subsets of a particular set. That is, that particular set is called universal set. So what is that? Suppose A is a set. It contains elements A, B, C. This is set P. Another set, this is called XY. This is called Q. So suppose a big set is here which contains all the elements of P and Q and other elements are there. Suppose this is A, B, C. This is XY. This is other elements are there. So these all elements are there. Particular A, P and Q are here also. P and Q. and other elements are there. So this set contains all the subsets P and Q. This is called universal set. It is denoted by U. Sometimes it is denoted by X. Sometimes it is denoted by E. So universal set contains all the subset. Now, complement of a set. What is complement of a set? Suppose this is a universal set. It is denoted by U, and this is a subset, that is A. Contains elements X, Y. So other elements are here: A, B, C, D, E, like this. All elements are here, 1, 2, like this. So what is complement? Complement of set A, for particular case, for complement of set A is, what is complement of set? It is the elements which contains in universal set but not in set A. So complement of set is denoted by AC or like this. Complement of set is denoted by A to the power C or A to the power O. It is denoted by like this. So complement of set, the elements. So complement of set, what will be the complement of set? It will be the elements present in the universal set but not in set A. So what will be the elements here? A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2. Understood, everyone? This is the types of set. If you have any doubt, you give me message in my comment box. I will try to explain you later. Now, let's study operations on set. There are 3 types of operations. Number 1, union of sets. Number 2, intersection of sets. And number 3, difference of sets. Now let me explain these one by one. Union of sets. First operation is union of sets. What is this? Suppose 2 sets are there, A and B. If all the elements of set and all the elements of set B we combine together in one set, this set is called union of set. Suppose this is a set A, this is a set B, then union of sets means we denoted the sign union by this sign U. This is the sign of union. So union of A and B, that is A union B, equal to this shaded part. This is A union B. If the 2 sets are not have any common portion, that is 2 sets are like this, A and B, this set is also union of set. These 2 portions we consider. In set notation, we will write like this: X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B, or in the sense here inclusive. Here this is the OR notation, this for inclusive. We explain this A union B in set notation like this: X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. This is one example of union set. This is another example. This set, 2 sets are disjoint, means they have no common element. Now, I will explain intersection of sets. So what is that? Suppose two sets A and B like this, they have some portion common element. So that common part is called intersection of set. Suppose this is set A, this is set B, and this set has common part this portion. So this portion is called intersection portion, and this is called intersection of set. So intersection of set, sign is sign for intersection, reverse of union sign, that is reverse U. This is sign for intersection. So A intersection B, in set notation we will write like this. Take a variable x such that x belongs to A and x belongs to B. This way we have to represent this intersection of set. Now if the two sets are disjoint, because if they have no common element, then intersection of set here, intersection of set has no common element. So intersection of set will be a null set. Okay, for disjoint set, if the set have no common element, then this will be an empty set. It is denoted by curly braces, no element in curly braces, or it is denoted by phi. Now I am going to explain difference of sets. So what is difference of sets? Suppose two sets are here. This is set A and this is set B. So difference of set means, suppose I am going to find out difference of A and B. So what is that? The elements present in A but not in B. So difference of set, difference of A, difference B, I will find out like this. A difference B is equal to the elements present in B, the elements present in A but not in B. So which portion is this? The elements present in A, not in B. So this is the difference of this shaded part is difference of set. So in set notation I will explain here like this: x such that x belongs to A but x not belongs to B. So this is the A difference B. This notation will be written like this. If I want to find B difference A, so what will be the answer? This is set A, this is set B, so B difference A. So that means element present in B but not in A, right? So elements present in B but not in A. So this is the shaded, this shaded part indicates B difference A. So in set notation, how do I write B minus A? So Y is an element like this, Y such that Y not belongs to A but Y belongs to B. In set notation, we'll explain like this. Understood everyone? Now students, you can observe that this A minus B is a set. Okay? This set belongs to A set. So we can say like this, A minus B is a set that is a subset of a, this is our noted part. We have to keep in mind that A minus B is a subset of set A, and from this B minus A is also subset of B, right? Now, one more thing we can observe. This is A minus B set. This is B minus A set. This is set A, this is set B. So this part is A minus B. Okay? This part is B minus A. And this common portion is A intersection B. So three sets are here. This is A minus B, this is a subset of A, set A. This is B minus A, this is a subset of B. And this is intersection of A minus A, this is A intersection B. This portion is A intersection B. So these three sets is mutually disjoint. Disjoint means they have no common element. So this A minus B, A intersection B, and B minus A, three are disjoint set. So these three sets are void set. Now let me explain the properties of sets one by one. A intersection B equal to B intersection A. The first property, this is called commutative law. It means the intersection portion of any two sets is always same irrespective the order of sets. Similarly, A union B equal to B union A. Now next property, A intersection B intersection C equal to A intersection B intersection C. Here first two sets A and B, we put these two sets into a round bracket, and B intersection C in the right hand side we put this in round bracket. So it means we first do the operation of A intersection B, then whatever result we get, we do the next operation intersection with C. Again, for this in right hand side, we first do the operation B on intersection C, then we do again intersection with set A, whatever result we get with B intersection C. So both the case we get the same result. This is called associative law. So if we take intersection of two sets with the another set is always same if the order of set is different. Now property number 3. Null set intersection with any set equal to phi. Here the intersection of null set with any set is always a null set. And property number 4. Union set intersection with any set A is equal to A. Any set A is always a subset of universal set. So intersection of set A and the universal set U is always A. This property, these two properties 3 and 4 is called identity of for intersection. Next, property number 5, A intersection A equal to A. This is called idempotent law. Intersection of any two set is same. So it will be the same set. Property number 6. A intersection with a complement set is always 5 because if A is a set and complement set is not a subset of A, so there is no common element between A and A component. So it is a null set. Now property number 7. A intersection B union C equal to A intersection B union A intersection C. And property number B, A union B intersection C equal to A union B intersection A union C. These two properties A and B is called distributive law. We can prove this using set notation or we can prove this using Venn diagram. If you want this proof, you can message me in comment box. Now property number 7. Suppose two sets A and B, if I take intersection of this A and B, there is a common portion. So whatever set we get, that will be the subset of set A. Similarly, A intersection B is always a subset of B. Now, property number 9, if A is a subset of B, then A intersection B is equal to A. Now, it is time to explain De Morgan's law. For any two sets A and B, the complement of the union of two sets is always the intersection of their complements. Mathematically, if two sets A and B we took, then A union B complement equal to A complement intersection B complement. And the second law, the complement of the intersection of the two sets is the union of their complements. So, in mathematically we can write like this in set notation: A intersection B complement equal to A complement union B complement. Now, I'll prove two sets using an example. Now, look at the board. Now student, we will explain the first law using these examples. So first law is complement of union of two sets is equal to intersection of their complements. So first, in this example, here union set equal to this, set A equal to this, set B equal to this. So in left hand side, here A union B, we have to find A union B complement. So first we find A union B. So what is A union B? 1, 3, 4, union 4, 5. So here you have to combine all the elements. So 1, 3, 4, 5. Now complement of A union B is equal to the elements present in universal set but not in A union B. So which element is here but not in A union B? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but here 1, 3, 4, 5. So the elements will be 2. So left hand side is equal to 2. For right hand side, we first find A complement. So A complement means how do I find? The elements present in say union set but not in set A. So you can find like this, union set minus A. So it will be like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1, 3, 4. So here which element present in here? So it is 2 and 5. 2 and 5. Now for B complement. B complement equal to union set minus B. So what is this? The element present in union set but not in B set. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus set B, that is 4, 5. So we will minus this. So what is this? 1, 2, 3. Now I will find A intersection B. So what is A intersection B? So here A complement is 2, 5 and this is 1, 2, 3. So here common element is only 2. So here right hand side is also 2 and left hand side is also 2. So left hand side equal to right hand side. So our first law is proved. Now let's prove the second law. That is complement of the intersection of the two sets is equal to complement of their union. Now first left hand side. A intersection B. So it does A intersection B means we have to take the common numbers, common elements. So 1, 3, 4 intersection 4, 5. So here common element is 4. Now we have to take its complement. So that means Q minus A intersection B. So what is this? So here 1, 2, 3, 5. Element present in union set but not in A intersection B. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 5. So left hand side is this. Now right hand side. A complement. A complement means elements present in union set but not in A. So what is this? 1, 3, 4 I will strike. So 2 and 5. So B prime, that is B complement, equal to element present in union set but not in set B. So what is this? 4, 5 I will strike 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So now I take A complement union B complement. So here 1, 2, 3, 5. So here left hand side equal to 1, 2, 3, 5 and right hand side is 1, 2, 3, 5. So left hand side equal to right hand side. So our second law is proved. Now let me say the properties of cardinality of sets. For two sets A and B, number of elements in A union B equal to number of elements in set A plus number of elements in set B minus number of elements in A intersection B. When A be a disjoint set, that is, two sets have no common element, that is A intersection B is a null set, then A intersection B is 0. So in the equation 1, if this portion is 0, then in A union B equal to NA plus NB. If we take two sets, if we take three sets A, B and C, then number of elements A union B union C is equal to number of elements in set A plus number of elements in set B plus number of elements in set C minus number of elements in A intersection B minus number of elements in B intersection C, number of elements minus A intersection C plus number of elements in A intersection B intersection C. So we will use these two laws for solving many practical examples. Now, real life examples of sets. So in our practical life, we use set in different ways. We all listen songs every day, so according to our choice. So what we do, we play different kinds of song from different folder. Suppose we like classical songs. Some of our friends like rock songs, so we put different song in different folder. So different folder forms different sets. Now take another example. In our kitchen, we use utensils. Our mother use different racks for storing different types of utensils. That is, one rack for plates, one rack for bowls, one rack for glasses, like this. So these are different sets. Number 3. In our school, we saw different classrooms are there for different grades. So for class 1, some classrooms are for are there for class 1, some classroom for class 2, some classroom for class 10, some classroom for class 12. So these all are examples of set. Now take another example, example 4. In shopping mall, different kinds of items are kept, different section. So these different kind sections form sets. Now it is time to solve some problems. A problem is given like this. L is a set like this, M is a set like this, N is a set like this. You have to verify this property. L minus M union N equal to L minus N intersection L minus N. So this is left hand side portion. I solve this portion in this left hand side, and this is right hand side portion. I solve this here, and then you have to verify whether left hand side is equal to right hand side. So L minus M union N equal to L is 1, 2, 3, 4, and M union N. M union N means we have to take all the elements from M and N set. So what is the element? 1, next 3, next 4, 5, 6. So here L set is this and M union set is this. So this minus this means the element present is here, not here. Present in L set, not in this set, M union N. So only 2 is left, others are common. So we will take this portion here. So this is the left hand side. Now right hand side. L minus M intersection L minus N. Here L minus N. So L is this and minus N. So element present in L, not in N. So which one? 2, 1, 2, 3 is here, 4 is here. So we will take this. So 1 and 2, L minus N is 1 minus 2. Intersection L minus N. So L minus element present in L but not in N. So element present in here, that is 2, 4. So now intersection of these two sets, that is common element we have to find. So common element is 2. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. So this expression is true. Okay student? Now question number 2. Here set A is given like this. We have to prove, we have to find out this sign. You know this sign already. This sign is for belongs to. This is for not belongs to. So some elements are given here. We have to find, put the sign here. Is this element belong to this set or not? Okay, this is very easy question. You have to observe this element belongs to here or not. See here, this 5 element, is it belongs to set A? Yes, this element 5 belongs to set A. So we have to put the sign here. Is question number 2. Is this element A belongs to this set? Is there any element 8? No. So we put here not belongs to. Now question number 3. Is 0 belongs to this set? No. So 0 does not belong to A. 4 belongs to set A. So we put the belongs to sign here. Now question number 5. Is 2 belongs to set A? Yes. So belongs to. Now 10. Is 10 any element belongs to set A? No. So we have to put here not belongs to. Now another question is here. Are the following pair of sets equal? Give reason. Suppose A set is given like this and B set X such that X is a solution of x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. So we have to find the solution of X and we have to write this set in tabular format. So A equal to 2, 3. For B set we have to find the data. Here a clue is given, that is x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. So we have to factorize this equation. We take common element here x plus 2, x plus 3. So here if x plus 2 equal to 0, that implies x equal to minus 2. And if x plus 3 equal to 0, that implies x equal to minus 3. So for this we get two solutions for x. So that is minus 2, minus 3. So B set's elements are -2 and -3, and A set's element is 2, 3. So the elements are not same. So the set A and B is not equal. So our answer will be A not equal to B. Now solve the next question. Question number 2. In question number 2, A is a set. In the A set, X is an element. It's like this. X is a letter of the word follow. So here, in tabular format, we have to write the elements. So in what follow? First letter is A. Next O. This two letter LL. So LL, we take these two letters into one. L. Then O will already took this letter O, so we will not take this because these two letter is repeated. So repeated letters will be we will take one letter. We will consider one letter, and this is W. So the elements of this set is F O L W. So number of elements here n equal to 4. In set B, Y element is like this in the word wolf. So here first letter is W, second letter is O, third letter is L, fourth letter is F. So here number of elements in this set is also 4. So here in both the cases the words are, the letters in the words are different, but the number of elements are same. That is, F is here, F is here, O is here, O is here, L here, L is also, W is also present here. So both the set contains the same element. So both the set are same. So A equal to B. In spite of the order of letter are different, but the sets are same, and these both sets are also equivalent because number of elements are same. Number of elements is 4. Now let's solve the question number 4. Here in a group of 70 people, 37 like coffee, 52 like tea, and each person likes at least one of the two drinks. How many people like both coffee and tea? So here we take number of elements in set C, that is the people who like coffee. How many? That is 37. Number of people like tea, so that is NT equal to 52, and here all the person, that is 70, all 70 people like at least one drink. So N C union T, that is coffee union tea, 70, and we have to find how many people like both coffee and tea. So we have to find here intersection part, that is how many people like both coffee and tea. So we have a relationship, that is N C union T equal to NC plus NT minus NC intersection T. We have values. NC union T is 70. This is 52. This is 37. This is 52. And this is C intersection P. So this is 70. So evaluating the value of n C union T, we will get the result 89 minus 70, that is 19. So 19 people like both coffee and tea. So student, I solve only 4 problems here now. So if you want more problems, you send your request in the comment box and directly mail me. I will make separate video depending on your request. Now student, let's do some activity on sets. First, take 2 sets. One set contains elements of odd numbers less than 30 and second set contains elements multiple of 3 and less than 30, and then make, so first we write set A and set B, elements of odd number less than 30. Number 2, elements of multiples of 3 less than 30. Using these two sets, we have to find out number 1, A union B, number 2, A intersection B, number of elements in A, number of elements in set B, A minus B, B minus A. Okay? So first form the sets. So elements of odd number. We'll start from 1. You have to write this in roster method. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27 and 29. Okay? Now, elements of multiple of 3 less than 30. So set B equal to 3, 6, 9, basically table of 3, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, will not include 30 because it is less than 30. Now A union B. So A union B means we have to take all the numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 24, 25, 27, 20, 27 and then 29. Now, for A intersection B. So what is A intersection B? We have to take common elements from these two sets and put this value here. So here, in common set, the elements will be odd and multiple of 3. So odd means 3, then 9, 15, 21, 27. So this will be A intersection B. Now, you have to find here cardinality of set A. So that is in A. That means number of elements in set A. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So NA will be 15. Now, cardinality of set B. So it will be elements of number of elements in set B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This will be 9. Now we have to find A minus B set. Means elements present in set A but not in set B. So let's erase this portion. So A minus B means element present in set A but not in B. So that will be 1, 3, not 3, 1, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 25 and 29. Next, we have to find B minus A. That means elements present in set B but not in A. So here 6, then 12, then 18, then 24, correct? We have to find this way. So this is our activity. If you want more activity, you send message in the comment box.